Okay, so let's take a look at how you can connect Google Appsheet with Airtable. So basically, if you have any project within Airtable base, you can import that data to Appsheet by connecting as a source, right? So I have Airtable account and this is the base, and I named my workspace as CRM space. Basically, this is a to-do list task. So if I click on that base, it should show you one of the table, which is task table. Tasks are listed here, then owner, which is me, then status, notes, then start date, end date, and attachment. So I'll be importing this into Google Appsheet, right? If you want to exclude any particular field, you can always delete. So say I want to delete attachment, I will delete that, right? And if you want to delete anything additional, you can delete as well. So that two fields are removed. You can also remove the owner field if you don't want, right? So now the table is much more complex, less complex, and much more clearer on the data here. So this will be imported into Google Appsheet. Now here you see, if I choose to sign in, I have multiple options like Gmail, Microsoft Box, and other data source logins as well. Once you log in, you will have dashboard that looks like this, right? Now here you may notice that option for apps and databases. So if you click on create, in apps you have like existing data, template, and blank app. In database you have new database or Google Sheets. So in order to connect to Airtable, you just have to go to your account settings. Now this should point you to page like this. Click sources, right? Now click new data source. Here you see, just like your login, you have option to use one of these data sources. So you choose Airtable. Now here they are asking you to choose few of the informations like access token, then base ID, and then table names. So let me show you what each field means. If you check the URL of Airtable here, from this particular slash to this slash, you have your base ID. So I will copy that. I will try and paste as base ID. Then your current table name here is tasks. So paste as tasks. Then comes access token. You can create that by going to Airtable developers, which you can access through, let's say, let me go to one of my accounts, right? So both these pages are same. Just go to Airtable, and then let's say I want to go to this particular location where it's the developers. Okay, so developer hubs from account, right? Account settings, developer hub, which will take you to this particular area. Now here you can always create a new access token by clicking on create new token. Here you will have to give name, then scope, and then add base. So add base, here you will have to choose the base. Scope, you will have to choose what it can do, add data, remove data, and so on. So you have to check all those settings. Finally you will have to click create token, right? So these things you can do. Then comes API key. You don't need that because it is depreciated. Now comes your OAuth integration. You don't need this for your Appsheet either, right? So what you need is this access token, right? So you will have to copy at the end of token creation. It will generate it only once. That you have to copy and add it here. And once you have the token, you can paste it here and then click test. And as you can see, the test is successful. So it will generate this authorize access button. So I will click on that and it will take you to next step where it will show you one of the data sources added as Airtable. Now what you can do is you can see that there is delete button as well, right? Now if I want to use that, I will just go to Appsheet again, which will take you to your place. Now here we want to create database, right? So we can create database based on the data, right? So start with existing data in app, start with existing. So I will name this something like my tasks. Then category we can choose something like other, choose your data. Now here the data source will be listed. I already added one of my Google Sheets. Now here is the Airtable. Now it will show you your base. Select that. Now it will try and import those table areas. You will have these columns available. Right now here you can see your task, date, then progress, etc. Now what we can do is, let me close this, show you the app here. Can view it in desktop view. There is also this landscape and portrait mode, right? So this is your data. Now if you want to add additional data to it, click on add and it will show you start and date, tasks, status and notes, right? And then there is top button which is save. Then data will appear immediately within these set of tasks. Considering this is the data source from your Airtable, I'm pretty sure it will also be possible to sync with the Airtable source, right? So anything that gets added over there will sync in with your app sheet, right? So apart from that, you can always beautify this particular my task app and also add more pages, right? So here you can also search for tasks which are not done but in progress or in a direction to be completed. So what we have done so far here is we have managed to attach Airtable to Google App Sheet and we have imported one of the table into App Sheet. Based on that, we created a new app. So hopefully you have learned something new with AppSheet and Airtable.